1 2 1 2. You're now tuned in to the world famous Wake Up Show. We got my man Armin, a proud store owner.
That's
Retail. So I went to a store the other day. It was amazing, man. Give out the location real quick. What's cool about it, man, is you had a lot of artist material in there, man. Like, it's not a regular. Is it a regular store? It's not really a regular store. Break it down.
That's the whole thing. Like, our concept was more to make like a creative space. So it all started with me being an independent artist, and like we started selling a lot of merch and all that. You know what I mean? Okay. And then we thought of like, first we had like a kiosk at like a local mall a few years back. You know what I'm saying? And then we like, yo, we need to graduate and have like our own store. You know, our own space. Kind of like a Nipsey Hussle. You know what I mean? Like, but then we were like, we don't just want to like sell our clothes, so it's like we sell all kinds of artist related merch, but it's really just a space to have like pop-ups, art galleries, fucking listening parties, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even some podcasts came over there and do like interviews. We had Evidence there the other night, you know what I'm saying? Like, so shit like that. It's just a space for the community, kind of, you know what I mean? Then we got the studio in the back, our offices in the back. So
but
it's
if
like our
people
headquarters.
Want to order things, how do they do it from your store?
Oh, of course. There's an online store. So the store is called The Pentagon LA. Okay. The Pentagon Records. So it's The Pentagon LA. The website is thepentagonla.com. And yeah, check it out. You know what?
One thing I gotta ask you, man.
Oh, and it's in Glendale. I don't think we even said that.
Oh,
it's
Glendale,
in Glendale, California. Yeah.
I want to go back to the early days of Armin, because I met you. You came on the Wake Up Show spitting fire from early on. And I don't remember ever giving you a great interview, because there was so many people in the studio that it was like, next, and you just caught fire.
It wasn't really interviews. It was like a couple sentences.
And it was like, go.
You were like, yo, you get 2 rounds, next MC. And I was just sitting there waiting my turn.
So what is your background when it comes to the metaphor skill level that you know, I know that you're a fan of Chino XL. At that time, I think you had approached him about coming to the Wake Up Show or something. I don't know, some with Chino.
Yeah, that was even before that. So basically, you know, I came up as like, so I was born in LA, but I grew up in Amsterdam in the Netherlands. So, because a lot of people, when they hear my music or hear me spit, they're like, yo, you don't really sound like a West Coast type of artist. I'm like, honestly, my influence was really like Wu-Tang, Nas, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Eminem, you know, Biggie, Pac as well, but you know what I'm saying? So I just came up as kind of like a hip-hop purist and like, you know, loving the art form. So my early days, I would go back.
Well, what year is this though in Amsterdam? When did you come to the US?
I came to early 2000s.
So you grew up listening to this in Amsterdam? Yeah,
absolutely.
So when you say, I'm trying to understand, what does a purist mean in Amsterdam when it comes to hip hop?
Well, like, I mean, it was really about the culture and the art form. You know what I'm saying? And like Amsterdam, you know, New York used to be called New Amsterdam. So it's like the vibe is kind of like very, you know, army fatigues and Timbs and like, you know what I'm saying? Gotcha. So it was just like very that kind of vibe, and that's the type of hip hop. Of course, we had like Snoop and Dre and shit, but you know what I'm saying? Like where the roots was at, like Primo beats and like shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So I used to go back and like look up like old Wake Up Show freestyles, and I was just blown away by the people like Chino XL and Crooked Eye and Eminem and people like that, Cannabis, and like, so I wanted to rhyme like that, you know what I'm saying? So, and then I happened to meet Chino. This is like early when I really just started rapping, you know, like mid 2000s or whatever. And you know, he was signed to you guys, I believe, or working with you.
We were trying to manage him. He had his own manager. We were trying to manage him, and then we were trying to put an album together. Then he had this other album out, so it just all got a little messy, and then it just kind of stopped.
Yeah, I mean, we was never best friends or anything, but we were cool. We even ended up doing a song together. But I probably mentioned to him like, "Yo, how can I get on the Wake Up Show?" Because that was one of my like goals at the time. You know
right.
And then Twitter started. You know what I'm saying? And I started tweeting you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then eventually you hit me back. I think it was like a Friday. You're like, yo, Saturday, this and this address, come through. You know what I'm saying? So.
Oh man. So look, man. I want to talk about what we talked about at the store the other day, man. Beside the product, you have a message that you give out. I mean, it's a message every time, this time of the year. I love for you to come on the Wake Up Show and break it down. We got some calls waiting on you and stuff like that, so I want to get to that real quick also.
Yeah, basically, you know, I'm originally Armenian, and you know, I always felt hip-hop is the voice of the people, the voice of the struggle originally, so I felt like I gotta tell my story, you know what I'm saying? So I did a song called Open Wounds a few years back, which is basically about the Armenian genocide. And really about crimes against humanity, but specifically about the Armenian genocide, because, you know, that's like a struggle we still fighting for as a people, because it hasn't been recognized. So To give a real quick background, 1.5 million people were massacred, or 1.5 million Armenians were massacred, and a few 100,000 Greeks and Assyrians as well in 1915. But to this day, it hasn't been recognized as genocide by the Ottoman Empire, which is modern day Turkey, and the United States are allies with Turkey, so they don't recognize it as well. So it's really like a political thing, and like a crimes against humanity issue, because the thing is, like, for example, Hitler, when he did in the beginning of World War II, he's actually quoted saying, like, after all, who remembers the annihilation of the Armenians? Basically meaning, like, if you guys doubt me, like, other people got away with this, I could do it too. You know what I'm saying? So, and that, you know, you see, when someone gets away with something, the other person thinks they can do it as well, and history repeats. So it's that type of issue. So on April 24th is like the commemoration day of the Armenian genocide. So really, when I did the song, it kind of just caught on fire, of course, in the Armenian community, but which was even crazier was I started realizing like everybody's relating to this, because the song's called Open Wounds, and all of us kind of as a people have been through some type of struggle, like a genocide, Holocaust, slavery, you know what I mean? Just any crimes against humanity, what's going on today in America, like things like that. So people started relating, you know what I mean? And I was just wearing a t-shirt that we made with my lyrics on it, Our Wounds Are Still Open, in the music video, and we started getting all these emails and messages like, yo, how can we get that shirt, you know? And it kind of just, we started passing it out to all the influencers and artists, and you know what I mean, people with a following, and it just kind of became this movement where we're using the song, but more so like fashion, hip-hop, social media as a way to like teach people about, you know what I mean, this cause, because you know the youth and of course non-Armenians that we trying to teach about this is like, you know, you catch their attention with a good song or a dope ass hoodie or something. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so it's been a few years in the making, and then recently Game jumped on the remix of the song. That's why I brought the song with me today. Okay. And then you know, and like you said, you know, that the store of course is really popping right now just because of the time of year and the items that we sell. If anybody wants to check it out, it's the Open Wounds movement. It's openwounds1915.com. Also on social media is at openwounds1915. You know. Can we get into the joint real quick? Yeah, we should. Rev, you got it? Let's go, man. World famous Wake Up Show. Open Wounds X. Mean. Wake Up Show. What's up? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Julieta.
Hello? Yes, Julieta. Hi.
From LA. Got Armin in the studio. World famous Wake Up Show. Armin, say what's up, man. What up, Julieta?
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. I'm on the Wake Up Show. How are you?
I'm doing great. Hey, I saw the post and I wanted to call and say that I'm really proud of what you're doing, and I want to say that I'm really proud and happy to know you, because you have become a friend. I have been watching you like years back. Yes, we didn't know each other like when I was a fan of yours, but I've seen how you've changed and how everything has basically proceeded, and you are an inspiration, and how we got to know each other. And you were one of the few people that helped me through the process of my publishing. And all right, with your book, I remember now. Yeah. Yeah. I really I appreciate that, because you were one of the two people that I actually reached out for it, and it meant a lot for me. And I've seen how you, with perseverance, you know how you've succeeded, and I appreciate that. Well, thank you. I really appreciate it. It's definitely been a long road, and a lot of people in the community been supporting, and you definitely been there too. Thank you, Julie. All right, let's go to G-Dub. I didn't know where that call was going to go, by the way, man. That was I really was nervous. Like, I didn't know where it was going to go, bro. Like, I was really a little confused, too, but shout out to her, though. You know? Yes, shout out. G-Dub.
It sounds like he really helped her. I mean,
no, I'm just saying, the way she was talking, I've never heard a phone call. The way she was talking was like, it could have went like, and by the way, I have your baby. Like, that's why I thought it was going. Like, honestly, the tone was like that. Yeah, because she was like, and then when we met, and then we went to Tahoe.
You, and then and the way I've seen you change.
Oh shit! Here it comes. Hey,
No,
here
but
it
he really
comes.
helped her. He really helped her.
Apparently, yeah. I remember she published a book, and I just went to the release and showed support. So
That's awesome.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying the way her tone was.
No, I'm
she had
with
the
you. I'm
shaky
totally
voice.
with you. I'm totally
She's like,
with
I don't know how to tell you this on the radio.
Damn, we would have turned into another type of
into
show
something
right
else.
now.
The Maury Wake Up Show. Yeah. All right. I have the envelope right here. All right. G Dub in L.A. Are you there?
G-Dub from the 818.
818.
Hey, 1-8, what up?
In the house.
We got Armin in the
Oh,
studio,
man.
man.
You the truth, man. You the truth.
My man, thank you. I appreciate it.
The fucking industry ain't been fucking with you, man. Producers been sleeping on you. A&R's been sleeping on you. Labor's been sleeping on you. They need to wake the fuck up.
It's all good. We on the wake up show. They about to wake up.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's all
mean? Yeah, we gonna keep grinding.
Play all them with the fucking A&R's, man.
All good.
G-Dub in the house. I'm out.
All right, bro.
Yeah, I like that, man. You just said what you had to say. Got the fuck out.
Somebody was gonna have your baby, and then you're gonna get shot when you leave the studio. That's.
I mean,
like,
you got a wide range.
Yeah,
of
wide
fans.
range.
Yeah, this is
Yeah,
this
you got the
exciting,
Selena fan that's coming to get you, and then David, North Hollywood. David, what's
I'm
up?
here.
Hey, man.
Yo, yo.
Man, I'm just laughing at the last couple things. What's up, I'm in the Royal?
What's up, bro?
Okay, let's see what
What's
this is.
happening, bro? Just calling to see what's up with you. And the movie I just want to say that it's going perfect. And since I remember the first time, '06, you came to Montebello High School perform Open Wounds.
Man,
I would never
that's crazy.
forget that day, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, man, that's pretty crazy because this song "Open Wounds" was one of the first songs I ever done, and I just brought it back a few years, and it kind of shows how timeless it's been. You know what I mean? So this, he
Yeah,
just said
bro.
'06. That's probably when I did it. Yeah, about '06,
exactly
and I was
when you
going to
did
all
it.
the high schools and performing it and everything. Hey, good looking
you know
out,
what
bro.
this is, though, right? It's Royal Flush.
Yeah. Royal Flush from the weed shop the
Yeah.
other day. I'm
Yeah, patient and caregivers. You already know.
There it goes.
my man in NoHo.
But yeah,
Appreciate
bro,
you. Thank you.
continuing it on, bro. The movements keep moving, and I ain't trying to cuss on radio, but fuck all that extra bullshit Turkey did back in the day. The way that we here, we gonna stay here.
That's a fact, my man.
World famous Wake Up Show. He said, I'm not going to curse, but fuck all that shit.
Fuck all that shit, bro.
Like, damn, okay. All right.
crazy.
So, Red, man, we got this joint. Can we get something from you today, man? I know, how you feeling? You feel like
Yeah. You
and we
know
got
what it is.
Bosco with his new gadget that he's putting together, man. Inspector Gadget over there got something
Yeah,
that's
that
about
shit
to
is
come.
amazing.
It's amazing. So we're gonna try to do something together.
You got something new though. We got the
Oh,
joint with it. Introduce your man right here.
Yeah,
real
let's
quick, man.
yeah.
Oh, let's talk. Yeah, man, it's my man Raw Sounds from Toronto, producer out of Toronto. He reached out to me. He told me working with a lot of people. He had a record with Joel Ortiz and Terminology, and he asked me to get on.
Right.
And we built that relationship. And a couple weeks ago, we dropped that, right? I know y'all played it on the
Yeah,
show as well.
absolutely.
And it's been getting a lot of love. So when I told him I'm going to go on the Wake Up Show and we're going to talk about Open Wounds as well as the Joel Ortiz record, he's like, yo, let me pull up. You know what I mean? So I'm like,
So
come
you
through.
flew out here?
Yeah, man. I flew out here. Got in this morning.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, man.
That's what's up. Hey, what do you think? Did you hear the fans that he has, man? Do you feel like it's a little dangerous?
It's a little complicated.
Complicated means dangerous.
Yeah, man.
Well, so let's play that joint real quick, man. It's a banger, man. Congratulations. What do you work on, man? What kind of equipment?
Yeah, man. So right now I'm just, I'm using Reason right now to produce. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I've been fucking with this since like 10 years, so I just been kind of riding with that. And yeah, man. And then aside from that, I got my fucking with the machine too.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
MP.
So MP,
All
We're
right.
going to New York next week.
Yeah, man.
Couple other Shea 45 shows, do a little press for it.
Okay.
Meet up with Joel and Term and all them. So
That's dope.
yeah, we pushing the record. So
Yeah, man.
All right, let's
Nice.
bang it, man. World famous Wake Up Show.
Not every cop's a bitch, but I've been a victim of stop and frisk. Ask him what I did, and his partner just cocked a fifth. Told me if I moved, he would use the entire clip.